right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is January 15th. We got ourselves a Sunday. We're going to be jumping into 8 NBA games on the slate today. Like we always do, we're going to jump into each game. I'll give you my lean. I'll give you what I'm thinking, but my final plays will be in the pinned comment. So if you want to see what I'm actually rolling with tonight, make sure to check that out. We like to give a pick on the spread and total for pretty much every single game throughout the video, but we don't roll with every single play. These are just leans in the video. So I do want to throw that out there to you guys. And we don't have a ride of the day today, but if you want to be today's ride of the day for this video and you get a shout out in next video, all you got to use is hashtag ride of the day in the comments, and I'll be jumping on board with one person's pick in the comments, and you guys get a shout out in the next video, win or loss. Give me some locks in the comments, guys. But let's jump into the first game here. We got the Pistons hosting the Knicks. Pistons getting 7.5 points here at home. This game, we're gonna have this video definitely out by the tip-off, but this is a 1 p.m. Eastern time. So as we're recording this, it's only about 3.5 hours pre this game. So hopefully you guys, if you do have a play on this game, see this in time. But again, 7.5 point dogs at home here for the Pistons. Total sitting at 225. These two teams played in late November, and the New York Knicks won by 30 points. Yeah, you heard that right. 30 points here. 7.5 points. This Knicks team has won 6 of their last 7 games. I don't see any reason with no injuries as to why they can't come in here and cover this line. No Marvin Bagley here. Jalen Duren is out as well, so I expect the Knicks bigs to be able to kind of feast there. We do see Isaiah Stewart, who has been injured. He's upgraded to probable, but we'll see if he plays. But I'm going to lean the Knicks here minus the points. I just think I'm kind of fading Detroit. They did win us money last week, so they're not just like an auto fade team, but I do think it's a good spot for a Knicks team that's playing pretty damn well. In terms of a total, I like this over. I could see this game getting in the 230. So, I might say that I think the over is a better play in this game than either side of the spread. That might be where we land out. Check on the pinned comment to see if that becomes a final play, guys. All right, next game up, we got the Clippers hosting the Rockets. 9.5 points. Favorites are the Clippers here at home. Total 221.5. I'll say this right off the rip. I think that this is somewhat of a garbage game. I'm not looking forward to this game. I don't think we're going to have much of many final plays, or if this is going to be a final play. No Paul George, no John Wall, Marcus Morris out. Luke Kennard is downgraded to out for Houston. Kevin Porter Jr. looks like he's not going to play. Jalen Green upgraded to probable, though. This Houston team has won 9 straight games, wow, big difference. Have lost 9 straight games. The Clippers have lost 7 of their last 10 games. We're probably punting this game away. The only thing that I would look at is say, you know what, it's a big number, no Paul George, maybe we throw a bone to the Rockets. So it's the ever so slightest of leans on the Rocket side of things that we're going to be going with. And then I also like the under, even though that is a fairly low number there. Both these teams scoring right around the, the 96 to or 95 to 110 mark on average here. Even if they both played and had their 110 type night, we still sit under there. So I'm probably punting this game away, but those are the two leans. Moving on, we got the Bulls getting 4.5 points at home. Total 238, a very high total if you ask me. These two teams played in early December. Golden State won by 8 points. They were a 7-point favorite, so they did cover here. That was their only meeting this season. In their last 10 games, though, this Warriors team, 5-4-1 against the spread. It doesn't compete with the 6-3-1 that Chicago is putting on right now, and 4-1-1 in their last 6 against the spread at home here. This is such a high total, so I think automatically I say, you know what, I think we're gonna lean the under here. The last 5 of the last 7 times these two teams have played, that total has gone under, so it's trending in that direction in terms of these matchups. But in terms of injuries for Golden State, nothing much to note. Chicago, DeMar DeRozan is questionable. Zach LaVine is probable here. This Chicago team's playing really, really well at home. They're getting 4.5 points. I don't hate that at all. I think we're going to lean Chicago here, but this is one of those plays, and I tell you guys all the time, this is one of those plays that if you were to say in the comments, no, Golden State is the pick here, Ev, what are you talking about? I wouldn't argue you, because this is a pretty sharp line, if I do say so myself here. So I'm going to lean Chicago plus the points and the under in this one. Guys, before we get to the rest of the picks, I do want to talk to you guys and thank you so damn much for the members we have on the channel, but I'm gonna talk to you guys about possibly becoming a channel member. A baller on the channel is what we call it, guys. $2.99 a month, first and foremost, is one of the best ways to support the channel, right? And I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Secondarily, what we're doing is trying to give you guys actual stuff that is worth that money. $2.99 a month. You guys say it all the time. Ev, it's only $3 a month. Like, we're doing it to support you. You don't need to worry about the new innovations of what ballers get, yada, yada, yada. No. Keep that to yourself, because I do want to give back to the ones that choose to support, not just with views or hitting the subscribe button or hitting the like button, which you all should be doing, but choose to take money out of their pocket and support the channel. So what we're doing is producing models for you guys, right? Producing models, which is something that takes a lot of time and effort, and you guys have had a ball doing it yourselves, because we also have a model series on the channel as well for ballers only. So if you do want to become a baller today, have access to our daily models each and every weekday, Monday through Friday, for spreads, player props, totals, all that type of good stuff. Please consider becoming a baller. Hit that join button, guys. And also, what the thing that I think is pretty, the most exciting, I would say, is the fact that we're going and giving you guys the behind the scenes look into how these models are created. I love doing that, and that's been a lot of fun there. So there's my little rant about possibly becoming a channel member. Let's get back to the picks. We are looking at OKC taking on the Nets here. Nets obviously without Kevin Durant, 5-point favorites at home, total sitting at 230 as of right now. No games between these two teams this season. This Oklahoma City team 7-3 against the spread in their last 10, and on the road they're 3-2 in their last 5 against the spread. They're playing good basketball. This Brooklyn team 6-4 against the spread in their last 10, but we know they lost Kevin Durant during that run here. No major injuries to note for OKC. The only one to note, like I've already said multiple times, Kevin Durant for the Nets here. I think that this is a smaller number. The Brooklyn Nets are coming off of a bad loss to the Celtics, to my Boston Celtics. They took it to Kyrie and the Nets. As much as I do want to lean OKC in this one, I feel like Brooklyn's going to come out with a little bit of vengeance, so I'm going to lean Brooklyn here, and I also like the over in this game. I think that this could be an up-tempo game. After Brooklyn goes and scores 98 points against the Celtics, I have a feeling they got to come out and score 115 to 120, hopefully that 120 line, because that aids that over as well. But OKC doesn't play that much defense, and they're going to score a bunch of points, so I'm going to lean Brooklyn and the over in this one. Moving on, we got we got the Spurs. We're skipping ahead. We got the Spurs hosting the Kings here. Spurs getting 7 points at home, and this total is an auto under for me, or at least I'm not going over. Like, I don't even look at a 246 total and say, oh, there's a chance for that to go over. Now, there definitely could be. Last time these two teams played, it was a 242 total, so easily could have gone over, but I will say that that is just such a high number, so we're definitely not taking the over there. If anything, we consider the under because it is such a high number. Looks like Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, both questionable for the Kings tonight. Devin Vassell still out here. Doug McDermott questionable for the Spurs. Kings have won 3 straight games. The Spurs have covered, though, in their last 10 games. They've actually been playing decent against the spread. 7-3 in their last 10. 4-1 in the last 5 at home against the spread here. 7 points, however, I don't think is a lot of points. So we're going to lean the Kings in this one. I see some books already have them at 8-point favorites, so I think if you want the Kings, you might want to hop on it sooner rather than later, because I think the line's going to go up. But we're going to lean the Kings here and the under in this one. I do just think that that is such a high number. Again, that's just like a gut, eye test play. So if you have the stats, the metrics, the research to say, hey, I like the over because X, Y, and Z, fine. But to me, when I'm doing my research for the games and I see a 246, I just say, you know what? It's under, if anything, and we'll see throughout our research throughout the day if under's the play, but I'm not even going to try and make or carve out a reason to take an over that high. And that's just, I guess, sort of conservative gambling, right? All right, we got the Nuggets, 29-13 this season, taking on the Magic, 16-27. The Nuggets are 10.5-point favorites. Total sitting at 234 and 234 and a half here, or 234 on most books. We do see a 234 and a half out there. Maybe it's going in that direction. They're 8-1. Nuggets are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games against spread. At home, 5-0-1 in the last 6. This Magic team, who did go on a little bit of a tear, has not been too great as of late. They're only 5-5 against spread in their last 10 games, but like I said, they were on a tear in their last 19 games. So if you pretty much double that sample size, they were 14-5 against spread. So they definitely went on a tear here. But barring any sort of Jokic injury here, and same thing with Jamal Murray. Jokic and Murray both questionable as of right now. I think that they'll probably play. I'm going to lean Denver in this one minus the 10.5. I don't think it becomes a final play, if I'm being completely honest, just because that is such a high number. But what I do like in this game is the potential for a game where the Magic only go out there and score, you know, their 100 to 105 game, and Denver wins this one by scoring 111, 115 or so. So I like the under here, 234. All right, 2 games left on the slate. We got the Trailblazers 6-point favorites taking on the Dallas Mavericks here. And I was right. What was it, yesterday's video? Did they play last night or the night before? I'm getting confused. I think it was last night. I saw that spread and I was like, why the heck are the Mavericks underdogs against the Blazers? And they go out and win that game, right? The Portland wins that game. I'm like, geez, I must have this weird thing where I think this Magic team is better than they are. But yeah, Portland won 136 to 119 last night there. In terms of injuries here, nothing on the Portland side. For Dallas, Christian Wood is questionable. And then Tim Hardaway Jr. left last game. He is questionable for this game here. I think that Portland can do it twice in a row. I've completely 180'd on this matchup. It is a slight lean here, but I like Portland and the over in this game. I just think that, you know, I was kind of caught off guard last night thinking that why is Portland favored against Dallas, and then kabam, that's why. So we're going to switch our mindset now. This probably isn't a final play. If anything, I do like the over more than any side of this game, but I'm going to go Portland and the over in terms of my leans here. Philly traveling to LA here. Lakers 3-point dogs on their own shiny Hollywood Lights floor. Total is 234 in this one. We go right to the injury report. Tobias Harris questionable. LeBron James probable. Patrick Beverley questionable here. Obviously Anthony Davis still out. This Lakers team has won 6 of their last 10, but they've dropped 2 games in a row to Denver and then to Dallas. 2 games that you thought were close that each team kind of pulled away at the end. That streak that they went on, where they won 5 games in a row, it was Atlanta, Charlotte, Miami with some injuries, Atlanta again, Sacramento. So it wasn't this crazy sort of, talented little run that they beat, right? So I think this LA team is still kind of up in the air in terms of whether or not you can trust them. This Philly team, on the other hand, has won 3 of the last 4 games. Again, they don't have the much talent backing there as well, but I do think that this is the type of game where superstars are going to ring true. LeBron's going to have his day, or have his way. I think Embiid's going to have his way, but I do think Philly, without Anthony Davis on the Lakers, I think Philly is the more talented team here. So I'm going to lean Philly minus the 3 points. Honestly, if this were to get to like even 4, so 1 more point, right, I start to lean the other way. 3 is that threshold for me right now, so I'm going to lean Philly minus the 3 points. Then in terms of a total, I know it's high at 234, but I'm looking at the over. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. And guys, that is going to wrap up the video for today. Hope you guys do enjoy. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.